Hi, Leo. Welcome back to Lee's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at what's going on with you and your person. Okay, this has to do with new love. But like as I always tell you, whatever spirit has to tell you, if there's something that needs to be told to you, it's going to be told. Because remember, this is not a personal reading; it is a collective reading. So it is going to be set up for everyone that comes through to watch it where it's supposed to resonate. Okay. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm in a hotel room. I'm on the way back home. The air is on. I have to turn the air on because when I channel, I get hot. And so hopefully I checked it to make sure that it wasn't making too much noise. Hopefully it's not. Okay, all right, here we go. Okay, here we go, Leo. The overall energy for this week's reading is the Seven of Swords. So this is talking about deception. Okay, it can also speak of planning. We're going to take a look at it. I'm going to clarify it to see more of what Spirit is talking about. When it comes to this could just be talking about betrayal. It can be speaking of lies. It can talk about a lot of different things. Okay, underneath this is the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is talking about having options, having choices, and being confused. So you may have a lot of people in your face at this time, or this is Spirit predicting what is about to come when it comes to your love life, that you may have a lot of choices when it comes to that. And this is going to be about you using your discernment in order to figure out who is the right person for you. Okay. But as I've always told y'all, there's going to be one person that stands out from the rest. Okay. Underneath this is the Page of Pentacles, earth sign or someone with a lot of earth in their chart, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This can talk about, someone coming and telling you how they feel, because when it comes to love tarot, this card for me can speak of Spirit saying if someone has feelings for someone, it's time to just bite the bullet and come forward and tell them. So the fact that this card is showing up can talk about a possible love offer, that someone is probably going to come towards you, let you know how they feel, and offer you something. All right, a love offer. All right, underneath this is the World. This is talking about, it's all signs. It's talking about closing out cycles, opening up new doors and opportunities for yourself, overcoming personal challenges. It can also just speak of just you having the world at your feet because you have done the deed, done what Spirit has asked you to do, which is to turn away from this twin in favor of a newer and better life for yourself. Okay. So we are going to start by clarifying this Seven of Swords. Okay, hold on one second. Okay, the twin is wanting to come and apologize to you. I can see it in the cards. So I'm just telling you what it is. They're wanting to come forward and be vulnerable. Okay, here we go. Seven of Swords, please. Okay. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords. Okay, here we go. So you've got somebody coming in, okay? It's going to be different for all of you. You may have already met someone new. You're about to meet someone new, or you've met someone new in the past, okay? This person's going to be drawn to you with the drawn to you card, but we got the twin popping up here, okay? They're numbing themselves, trying to not, still trying to hide from their feelings. And then we've got the accusation card, which talks about them pointing the finger at you. Okay, so we're going to throw this to the side. Okay, Spirit is telling you that this is what you need to focus on. Focus on your material world. Don't really worry about your love life right now, because as I've told you, it is, being divinely guided. So everything is happening as it's supposed to happen. Those of you who are waiting on your person and they have not shown up yet, Spirit is telling you that right now, what is going on, this is what is supposed to go on, that there is no issue, there is no problem. Because remember, as I tell you, there are two people, you and this new person, trying to come together. And so You have your things you have to focus on. Your person has their things they have to focus on before, this reunion can happen. And I'm telling you, it's reunion because, like I said, for a lot of you, this is someone that you knew in a past life. You've had a lot of lives with this person, and they're returning to you in this lifetime in order to, be with you. Okay. All right. So the first card that we have is talking about you, the energy that you're sitting in at the current time, and it's coming up as the Page of Wands. So this is a fire sign or someone with a lot of fire in their chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. With this Page of Wands, what it is talking about is you being curious, you being excited about this new love. You have a lot of passion for this person, but I also feel like it's the type of thing, what I see? I see somebody, oh gosh, like in the movies, like a little kid, when a little kid meets somebody new, like in a movie, and they'll put their hands on the side of the door, and they'll peek out to see. That's the energy I'm getting with this Page of Wands. I feel like you are excited and wanting to be with this person, but you are also a little timid at the same time. Okay, let's clarify. Page of Wands. Page of Wands. Okay, so you and this person are gonna, you mirror each other. I tell you this all the time. This is going to be someone that truly does admire you. Okay, and because they admire you and they love you so much, this person is going to be going above and beyond to do whatever they need to do for you and to prioritize you in this connection to make it work. Okay, when it comes to you, this is going to be a hot, passionate romance here. This is the only card that fell for you. Let me see if I can get another one. Page of Wands. I feel like that's why you're showing up as a wand. Okay, so you also have the read between the lines card. Let me see if I can clarify that. Hold on one second. Okay. Read between the lines. Cards are flying. Okay. So Spirit is clarifying this to say that, you have deep spiritual awakening that you're undergoing right now. All right. And so, like I said, this is going to be a very passionate romance between the two of you. There's going to be a lot of, the two of you are going to think the same about a lot of things. Okay. And like I said, there's going to be admiration. I don't feel like it's going to be one-sided admiration. I feel like you're going to admire this person as much as they admire you once you get to know them. Okay. All right. So when it comes to your person, we've got them showing up as the Nine of Wands. They are showing up as the wounded warrior. As I've told you, they've gone through things just like you have. Hold on. But I feel like they are working on putting those things to bed. Okay. You and this person know each other in the 5D. Okay. On the other side, your higher selves know each other. That's probably the reason why you may be hearing songs, random songs from this person, or the two of you may have telepathy with each other. Okay. Yeah. See, they're coming in with a love offer. You see there? Look at there. Okay. So those of you, let me tell you this, Leo, those of you who are sick and tired of waiting, I understand it. Trust me, I'm in the same energy. Spirit is telling you they are driving the bus. They are driving the car to take your hands off of this because I want to say this to you because in this type of situation, if you try to control it, you're only going to slow things down. Okay. I can see in my mind, when somebody gets picked up by another person and they're too tall to be picked up by that person, and so their feet are dragging the ground. I feel like that's what's happening. For those of you, this is only for those of you who are trying to control this. You have to take your hands off of it. Like I told you, Spirit is telling you this is what you need to be focusing on: counting your coin, getting your money together, standing in your power, knowing your worth, as I always tell you, because this love offer is going to come in, but it's only going to come in when Spirit deems that the both of you are ready for it. Okay. All right. Hold on. Nine of Wands. So, okay. So Your person, as I said, showed up as the wounded warrior. And because of this, this is spirit saying, you know, this person is gonna, when they show up to you, they're gonna rise up like a phoenix from the ashes after doing the work that they need to do. And they're coming in with unconditional love. Okay. When it comes to you, this person working on themselves, whatever it is that they need to work on themselves, because it's going to be different for all of you because you're all with different people. But when it comes to you, I feel like the reason why this coin card is showing up, this material world card is showing up, is because some of you not only have wounds that happened relationship wise, like with relationships with other people, but I also feel like some of you have wounds when it comes to money, because it just could be learned behavior that you learned from your parents or from the people around you growing up, you know, about being in a scarcity and a lack mindset. And I feel like this is about to turn around, and that's why spirit is telling you to focus on this. Okay. All right. So the energy between the two of you, we have the Two of Wands showing up here. This can talk about you and this person being at a distance. This person could travel for a living. This can also speak of emotional distance, because even though this person is in love with you, you are, you know, some of you don't know who this is yet. And you could be, you know, that could be cut. Let's try it again. That could be categorized as emotional distance. Okay. So this could also be talking about moving. You may be, you know, trying to move somewhere different because maybe the environment that you currently live in is not getting it done for you. And then this could be your person as well, because like I said, both of you are going through a spiritual awakening. Okay. Because we just had deep spiritual awakening underway show up. And I feel like this is talking about the both of you. Okay. All right. So let's clarify. Two of Wands. And then, you know, because I see the two candy canes here and I see Santa Claus in the background. So for some of you, you may be moving, or this could be your person moving sometime around the holidays. Okay. Or maybe the new year. Okay. All right. So this person is dreaming of you. All right. Is a card that I'm getting here. And then we have the family card. This person, you know, not only dreams of you, but they dream of the two of you coming together and, like I said, building a life together. All right. So when it comes to the energy you're sitting in, when it comes to them, we have you with the Five of Pentacles, Leo. And I feel like the reason why the Five of Pentacles is coming up is because you see what it says here. Well, let's talk about this first. There's a panda bear, and a panda bear out in the snow. Then we see under the bottom here, it says fast food. So I feel like what Spirit is saying with this card is that a lot of times you may have found yourself left out in the cold because you've had a lot of quote unquote fast food relationships where things, you know, like I said, they move fast, you know, you were just all caught up in the feelings. Your person was all caught up in the feelings, and you both ended up in a place at the end where you didn't know how in the hell you got there because things move so fast. Okay. All right. So when it comes to the clarification cards for this, we have the loyalty card. So I feel like this is what you're all about at this point. If somebody's not coming into your life, Leo, and trying to be loyal, you're not trying to hear it. Then we've got the destruction card coming up. This is the Tower. This is showing up on your person's side, because I feel like when they come in and they let you know how they feel, this destruction card, you know, this is the equivalent of the Tower, and it's going to cause a tower moment in your life. Okay. All right. Hold on. Okay. So when it comes to your person and how they're feeling towards you, we've got the Star. So this is Aquarius energy. It is talking about this person feels like you are their wish come true. Okay. All right. It can also, you know, talk about them, you know, going through this period of healing that they're going through. Yeah. Interested in you, blooming romance, flirting, wanting to date. Those are all their intentions. Yeah. They're trying to, you know, keep those high vibes. You know, I feel like them thinking about you, they think about you so much until that helps to elevate them and keep them elevated while they're going through this transformation they're going through with the Phoenix card. Okay. All right. So when it comes to the energy between the both of you, we have the High Priestess showing up here. This is Pisces energy. And I feel like this is your spirit saying that both of you are going to be in the energy where you're going to receive guidance from spirit. You're going to be listening to your intuition when it comes to this connection. And I feel like, it's going to be a concerted effort. It's going to be you, your person, and spirit, the three of you together, bringing this connection together, because it's a divine connection. Okay. It's a divine connection because of all of the things that you've gone through, and the fact that you are an empath, and the fact that you are here to do certain work to bring light to this world. Some of you, just you being here and being in a relationship with this person is going to help to bring light into this world, because you're going to show people what's possible in life. Okay. All right. So the two cards that fell on your side is, we've got the Embrace Change card and the I Can Do It card, the Determination card. And I feel like this is going to be a turnaround from this Five of Pentacles card, because you've been feeling left out in the cold when it comes to love. But I feel like you're stepping into a new energy where you're going to be able to embrace change and be determined to make this work. I feel like what it is that for a lot of you, you're afraid to believe. You're afraid to believe in this person. I feel like for some of you, the idea of this connection scares the shit out of you, because some of you don't know. You're wondering what the fuck you're going to do with it when the person gets here. But that's why the High Priestess is showing up, because Spirit is telling you, you're going to just listen to your intuition. Spirit is not going to bring the person into your life and just drop you, Leo. This is going to be, a situation where they're going to be here to, not necessarily hold your hand, but help you through this. If you've got issues, you've got questions, you've got, whatever is going on, you just got to take it day by day. Okay. It's a learning thing. Okay. It's just, all it is that you're getting into a relationship now where before you had to run after somebody and go through all this hurt and this pain in order to try to make something happen. And there was never any guarantee that it was going to happen. And if it did, it was only for a short period of time. With this new person, you're getting into a relationship. And instead of you having to run and chase and do all this stuff, this person is going to be right here in your face, just like you won't be in their faces. And the two of you are going to reciprocate. That's all it is. And you just got to know that you can do it. You can be in this relationship. You can have a healthy relationship, but it starts with your mindset. Okay. It's how you identify. You got to stop identifying as that old person who always gets walked all over. You have to stop identifying as the person who's gotten their heart broken 5 million times. You have to stop identifying as that. Okay. It's story time. So there was someone who put some information in the comments, and they were talking about their love life. I'm not gonna say who it is, because I'm not trying to, look at this person in the negative light. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just using what they're saying as a talking point, because I want all of you to understand this. Okay. So this person was basically giving me a breakdown of what had happened to them the last few years of their life when it came to their love life. And so the things that they were saying, the way they were saying it, I explained to them. I said, okay, I'm on the outside looking in when y'all are telling me these things in the comments. So if I see something that can help you, I'm going to step in and say something. So I told this person, I said, okay, well, I can see why some of the things that have happened to you are happening to you. And when I'm saying this, I'm not saying that it is your fault. What I'm saying is it's your mindset. So it is the way that you identify. And I just explained that to you with this, right? You have to stop looking at yourself. If you're somebody that you've had all these relationships, everything's blown up in your face, every person you've been with has stabbed you in the back, you have to stop telling yourself that story. And that's what I was telling this person in the comments. You have to stop identifying like that. So whenever you say I am, and you put something at the end of it, you're identifying that way. Even if you say you tired, because I do that all the time, and I have to start catching myself. That's something I always say. I'm like, oh, when I wake up, I'm tired. I'm tired. And I'm like, I got to stop saying that, because all that does is perpetuate it. Or if I say something happens and I don't like it, and I say, oh, I'm sick of this, or I'm tired of this, or whatever, you have to stop saying certain things. Because and like I said, when I tell y'all this, I'm talking to myself too. Okay. So this is all about a mental diet. You're wanting your life to change. You're wanting things to be different. You're not wanting to experience the same things you experienced in the past. Spirit is telling you to embrace change, because change is coming. But you have to help it along as well by not identifying with the old story. You gotta get rid of that old story. So if you want somebody to come in and be the damn greatest love of all, that's what you got to start telling yourself. You're gonna be like, this new person is coming. They the greatest thing since sliced bread, and I deserve this. I deserve this love. Okay, I deserve it. I've been, I've dealt with all these things in the past, and that period is over with, and now I'm a new person. I'm coming out, because I hear Diana Ross in my head. That song, I'm coming out. That song, okay? Don't get me to sing it. So you got to be in that mindset now of what you're wanting it to be, because I'm telling you, if you don't stop identifying a certain way, those things are just going to keep happening, because that's the way this world works. Okay. It is based upon what you think, okay, and how you identify. So if on some level, I used to tell y'all this all the time in the past, those of you who've been with me for years, you've heard this many times. It's like you're hypnotizing yourself. Every time you tell the stories of the bad things that happen to you, you reinforcing it every time, because you're telling your subconscious mind, yeah, this is what happened. And every time I tell it, you just, it's the same thing. So that's why when people want to say on the channel that I repeat myself, yeah, I do it on purpose. I do it on purpose, because you're doing it to yourself all day long, and I'm doing it to myself too. Like I told you, when I say I'm tired, or I say I'm tired of this, or I'm this and that, I'm doing the same thing. And so you're doing it too. And so I'm repeating these things to you in these tarot card readings, because I want it to stick. And the way for it, the way that it sticks is repetition. So that's why a lot of times you'll hear me say the same things, or sometimes we'll have a reading and a lot of the same things will come out. It is because these are the new things that Spirit is wanting you to pick up. And the way you pick these things up is through repetition. Okay. All right. So like I said, you doing it to yourself every time you think something fucked up about what happened to you in your past. So why can't you sit and listen to somebody tell you something positive, right? Because think about how you feel sometimes at the end of these readings. This is about inspiration. This is about you feeling inspired. This is about you feeling like, okay, this new relationship is coming into my life, and I don't need to be feeling like I can't do it. I don't need to be feeling like this. I need to be feeling like I can do it. Okay. And so that's what we're talking about here. But, about you opening yourself up to receive, because a lot of us, we're very good givers, especially Leos. Because I tell y'all all the time, I grew up with my grandmother. She was a Leo, and she had the best heart, the biggest heart in the world. She would give you anything if you asked her for it. There were many times in her life where she walked around with no money. She used to dig in her purse and give me her last. That's how I know about Leos, and I know how good y'all are. Okay. But this is about you learning how to receive now, and to stop always being about the giving. There's nothing wrong with you being a giver. I think it's a beautiful quality that you have. But Spirit is saying, okay, you've given and given and given. Now it's time for somebody to come in and give to you. They're not saying that you can't give to this person anymore, but you have to learn. I feel like you've mastered the art of giving, right? As a Leo, you have mastered the art of giving. I feel like a lot of us have, because in these one-sided relationships, that's what happened. We gave and gave and gave and gave and gave, and the other person didn't give shit, right? Or they gave when they felt like they wanted to give, or they give you a little bit here and a breadcrumb there and this here and that there. And so Spirit is saying you have mastered that. Okay. And it's a beautiful thing. There's nothing wrong with it. Nobody is saying anything wrong is wrong with it. But now it is time for you to learn how to master receiving from other people. Because you got to remember, think about how good it feels, Leo, when you give to other people. Think about how you walk around on cloud nine. You got a smile on your face, how good it makes you feel. Like you can do something nice for somebody, Leo, and all day long you feel wonderful because you were able to give of yourself or do something nice for somebody and make somebody else feel good. So that's, like I say, people say that, talk about giving, but when you give to people, it not only helps the other person, it helps you too. So you have to remember that when it comes to your person coming in, because when it comes to your person coming in, they're giving to you, you're receiving, you feeling good because finally somebody's paying attention and giving back to you. And then your person is feeling good too because they get to do something to make them feel good and make them walk around on cloud nine. So it's like just like when you give, it's a gift. It's also a gift when you receive because you allow this person to do something for you and it endears them to you. Okay. All right. So let's move on. Let me see. So Spirit is telling you the answer is yes. Okay. This is about you and your new person releasing the old. That's what we just talked about, right? Releasing those old things, letting go of those old stories. Like you may have to write the stories down. You might have to do something symbolic in order for you to truly let it go. Like write it down on a piece of paper and then go outside or go somewhere, go somewhere where you can light something on fire and light it on fire and let it go. Or look at this. I can't remember what country they do it in where they have that. Somebody gonna tell me in the comments though. There is some kind of, what is the ceremony where they light the lanterns and they is it Japan? I think it is. They do that like once a year or something like that, and they light the lanterns and let stuff go, and it symbolizes them releasing the old and making way for the new, because a lot of us have gone through so many things, Leo, that we're up to here with all the shit that we've hung on to of things that other people have done and we haven't let it go. So you have to let these things go to make room for the new, because like I said, this new person coming in, they gonna be bending over backwards, baby. They admire you. Okay, the two of you mirror each other, and so the fact that you mirror each other, that's telling me you both going to be trying to outgive the other person. So like I said, you're walking into and stepping into a beautiful relationship. You just got to understand that part of the beautiful thing for your person too is for you to allow them to give to you just like you like to give to other people. Okay. All right. So now we're going to get some messages from your person. See what they want to tell you. Not the old person, the new person. Okay. We not paying attention to the old person. We ain't worrying about them because they wasn't worrying about you when you was going through what you was going through. So we not worrying about them neither. Okay. So we've got, you are my heart's desire. Okay. Like I said, we already know how this person, feels about you, hopelessly devoted. Okay. I often imagine what it will be like whenever you and I come together. Okay. Like I told you, they dream about you and they think about, the two of you creating this family together and what your lives are going to be like together. And that's why I told y'all, if you didn't watch that twin flame reading I did on Sunday, go back and watch it, because I talk about this, how this person is constantly imagining what life is going to be like with the two of you, and that is what is helping to bring the two of you together. And so Spirit is telling you to do the same thing, because when you do that, you're sitting in the energy of receiving, which is what we just talked about, right? Okay, so let's get some other messages. Okay, so this person is telling you they're waiting for you patiently. Okay, they feel so happy with you because, like I said, in their mind, the two of you are already together because they're dreaming about you. throughout the day, they're visualizing the two of you being together. Like I told you, that's what's keeping their vibration high, is they're not letting go of the dream of the two of you being together. And so you don't need to be giving up either. Okay, just because you went through bad things in the past, Leo, like I told you, we balling that up like a piece of paper and we throwing it away or setting it on fire. Okay, we're not thinking like this anymore. There's no more Five of Pentacles. That shit is in the past. Okay, all right. So this person is recovering, like I told you, from the things that they need to recover from, and they sit and they wonder how you feel. Like I said, this person is all about you. They focus on themselves and they love themselves too. But you, I feel like, are just as important as as they are to themselves. You are just as important to them as well. Okay? All right. Let's get some other messages. Okay. So we have, you are my destiny. I just want us to love each other. Hold on. And get it to come in. Okay. My love for you is the best part of life. And then we've got to have a confession to make. So this person's going to come forward, like I told you, and let you know how they feel. So I had somebody else come in the comments and they were saying some stuff about how they didn't watch the whole reading, because the whole last reading, I think it was from this week, because I was talking about how where the new person could come from, that it could be somebody that you've known in the past, but not in a romantic capacity. And like I said, they could be a past life love. I mean, for some of you, it could be somebody you were in something with, but it may not have gone anywhere. It could have been somebody you dated a couple of times and it might have fizzled out and maybe nothing happened. Nothing bad happened between the two of you. It just wasn't your time, because sometimes it's not your time to be with somebody. Okay. It could be the right person, wrong time. It could be, like I said, a coworker, somebody that you went to school with. It could be anything. But I feel like for a lot of you, it is new love. But for some of you, it is somebody that you already know. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because I wanted to read y'all. I've been reading it to everybody. This comment that I got about somebody that met someone that they already knew, but it wasn't a past love. It wasn't somebody they were in a love relationship with. Okay, here it is. Okay, this person says, you are so right with the return. Look, and you got the same card. Okay, it says, this person says, my person from the past was just a friend from high school, and we are doing really well, and he's presently my soulmate. Okay, I had to leave the toxicity behind, and my soulmate came right on in as soon as I changed my frequency and vibration. What did we just talk about? And I told you, frequency is how you identify. So if you still telling that old story, you got to stop telling that old story. It happened in the past. We know it was jacked up. We don't want to repeat it. Spirit is not trying to send you somebody who messed you over. It's not about that. Okay. So like I'm telling you, this person is telling you, this person was a friend from high school. They never were together romantically. So she's saying that they're having a really good relationship. So she's saying your past could be anyone. So listen to the reader, guys. It doesn't have to be someone you were in a relationship with. Just like she said, have faith and know the divine has someone that is better. But make room for it by ridding yourself of all and anybody or anything that is not serving you for your highest good. Okay. So this is the thing I'm telling you, is it's not just about walking away from the people from the past. It's also about you stopping those stories that you tell about them as well. Like I said, I enjoy listening to y'all stories in the comments. So it's not me saying anything like that. But what I'm saying is, you share it, but don't continue to tell yourself those things. Like me, I don't tell myself anything about my twin anymore. I said it happened. It was a lesson I needed to learn. I'm grateful for the lesson. I've forgiven the person. I let it go, and I'm moving on to new. Okay. I tell myself what I'm wanting to happen. So that's what it is. It's self-hypnosis. That's what you're doing to yourself all day long. The things that we say, that's all it is. It's self-hypnosis. So that's why you hear me telling you a lot of times I'll say the same things in the reading, because I'm trying to get you to pick up the new stuff and let go of the old. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to get some romance angel oracle cards and see what else spirit wants to tell you. So look, we have heart-to-heart conversations. It says honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Okay. This is going to be somebody, like I said, where you can have a meeting of the minds with this person. You're going to be able to talk to them about anything you need to talk to them about. Okay. So both of you are givers. So you both have to take turns receiving in the connection. Because I feel like both of you primarily, that's your, that's one of your love languages, is giving to the other person. And like I said, I think that's a beautiful thing to be like that, to love people like that and want to give to them. But you also have to honor them by accepting as well. Okay. All right. So then we've got stay optimistic about your love life. So Spirit is telling you to leave this Five of Pentacles alone. This is the past. We ain't worrying about the past no more. So Spirit is telling you positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So that's why we're talking about this tonight. Start to tell yourself what you want to hear. Like I said, when you love on yourself, start to tell yourself the things that you want this person, how you want them to talk to you. Tell yourself, because I tell myself all day long, that I'm beautiful and I'm smart and I got an amazing sense of humor and all these things. I'm talented, all these things. Start to tell yourself that stuff and let go of telling yourself all that other shit, because the way you identify is what you're going to experience. Okay. All right. So I hope this helped, Leo. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Leo.